All right, accountability vlog number 11, and I have walked down to the park. I got to work a full hour early. My alarm hasn't gone off to head back, but it will soon. And I spent yesterday cleaning up water after a pipe froze in our house, and it was terrible. It was awful. And I spent a lot of time being really angry and just cranky about the fact that my plans that I'd made were not panning out. I had, had 2 days cooped up inside because of the weather. I really just wanted to get outside. Really just wanted to get a 6-mile walk in. And I woke up, I heard running water. When I went to make my coffee, I turned and I saw a giant puddle of water in the kitchen and realized something was very, very wrong. And at first I thought, water might have came in from the outside. I knew that wasn't the case as soon as I heard the running water. I hoped that it was just the line for the ice maker in the freezer. That was not the case. Instead, it turned out to be an old radiator that we just don't use. We don't use the oil furnace in our house. We heat with pellets, which works wonderfully, by the way. Love my pellet stove. That's our primary source of heat. It's cheap, it's renewable, and it just looks nice having a fireplace. But because we're not using the radiators, I didn't realize they were at risk for freezing up because I was under the impression it was a sealed system. Anyway, that's beside the point. I could go on about it forever, but it ended up that froze. It was hooked to the water main, and it was like turning on a hose in the kitchen, and it was a giant mess. So I spent from 9 a.m. until 2:30 running around, picking up tools, buying tools, taking a huge hit to my wallet, and fixing that. Then finally, we then focused on cleaning out the basement, which thankfully, because I'm neurotic, I have bought many, many totes over the years, and most of our stuff in the basement was in totes. Now we're just waiting to see how much water damage there is to the floor. If we're going to have to tear out any of the floorboards, I don't think we're going to need to. I think it's going to dry out pretty well. I don't think we're going to have to worry about mold so long as that dries out over the next couple of days. And I think it's going to. My fingers are crossed that that's going to be the case, and I don't have to tear up the kitchen floor. But anyways, I was really resentful of the fact that my plans didn't happen the way I wanted them to. So I'm just trying to focus on the accomplishment of being able to use a torch thing, a propane torch, and solder and fix that, and not have to call a plumber on a Sunday in an emergency. I was able to save a lot of money that way. So, and I was able to get a walk in. I did 2.5 miles, which wasn't quite the 6 miles I'd hoped, and it wasn't quite as relaxing. It was relaxing. It did help. But yeah, that was a thing that happened. So now I'm going to get back to my walk. I'm going to go buy a cup of coffee, and I'm going to enjoy my day back at work. Thanks and bye. See you next time.